Ever heard of a juvenile crime case that shook the entire nation of Japan, sparking fierce debates about law and family responsibility? If not, then the case of Junko Furuta will leave you utterly shocked. This is a story that has haunted people for decades, revealing the terrifying dark side of misguided education, as well as the loopholes in the handling of young offenders. Alright, let's rewind the clock, back to 1988. We're talking about Saitama Prefecture? That's southeast of Japan. Now you've got this city there, Misato, just a quick 20 clicks from Tokyo. Saitama's smack dab in the greater Tokyo area, all nice and suburban. But get this, nobody would have guessed, in a place that seemed so chill, there'd be this horrific crime. On November 25, 1988, Junko Furuta was heading home from the plastic factory. And out of nowhere, this dude on a motorbike kicks her bike, sends her flying. While she's all freaked out, another guy rolls up, acting all helpful, warning her about the motorbike guy being tied to the underworld. Thinking he's a good Samaritan, Junko tags along, looking for a safe spot. Turns out, that dude was Hiroshi Miyano, 18, a real gangbanger. He straight up grabbed Junko, tells her,
"You don't sleep with me. You're dead."
Scared out of her mind, Junko agrees. Around 9:50 p.m., he takes her to a love hotel, does his thing. That letting her go plan? Yeah, that was never gonna happen. Instead, he calls up his three buddies, Joe Ogura, Nobuharu Minato, and Yasushi Watanabe. These four ransacked Junko's belongings and found her home address in a notebook. To force her obedience, they threatened to kill her entire family if she tried to run away. Ultimately, Junko was taken to Nobuharu Minato's house in the Iase district of Adachi, Tokyo. From then on, that two-story house became her prison, and also her hell. Even though Minato's parents saw Junko in their home, they were threatened or too frightened to intervene. Junko went through hell, enduring relentless torture and horrific sexual abuse, day after day. These sickos, they were constantly trying to get their kicks, forcing her to strip, dance around, even making her stand naked on the balcony in freezing weather. When she tried to call the cops, they caught her right away, beat her up, and even lit her legs on fire as punishment. Thing is, Junko's family at home, they were clueless. They actually believed her when she said she was staying over at a friend's place. And Minato's parents and brother, even though they kinda knew something wasn't right, they were too scared to mess with those gang members. For over 40 days, Junko Furuta endured both physical and mental torture. Her open wounds, left untreated, got infected and started to stink. Worse still, the group refused to let her go. On December 7th, she summoned her last bit of strength to call the police but was caught in the act. In retaliation, they again poured gasoline on her body, set her on fire, and beat her with a 1.7 kilograms weight. By the morning of January 5, 1989,
Junko died. An unimaginable agony.
After Junko died, they stuffed her body into a suitcase, then sealed it in a steel drum with concrete, and dumped it near Tokyo Bay. It seemed like they'd gotten rid of all the evidence. However, on January 23rd, Hiroshi Miyano and Joe Ogura were arrested for raping another girl. When the police followed a lead and interrogated them, Miyano, fearing his accomplices had already confessed, came clean about
Junko.
On March 30th, 1989, the police discovered the steel drum containing a badly decomposed body. They used fingerprints to confirm it was indeed Junko Furuta. Forensic analysis revealed severe injuries across her body. Her teeth were broken, her intestines ruptured, and her uterus was deformed, with shards of glass inside. Some reports indicate she was pregnant at the time. So, the group of culprits includes Hiroshi Miyano, 18, Joe Ogura, 17, Nobuharu Minato, 16, and Yasushi Watanabe, 17, along with some other accomplices. They all got hauled into court. I mean, this was a seriously messed up crime. They should have been tried as adults, right? But back then, Japanese law was kinda lenient on underage criminals. Initially, in May 1990, the ringleader's maximum sentence was only 17 years, and some others received even lighter sentences of just a few years. The prosecution argued these penalties were too lenient and appealed to the Tokyo High Court. By July 1990, the appellate court increased the sentences. Hiroshi Miyano got 20 years, Nobuharu Minato 5 to 9 years, and Yasushi Watanabe 5 to 7 years. Joe Ogura's sentence remained at 5 to 10 years. Nevertheless, the public felt these punishments were still not commensurate with the horrific suffering the victim endured. Junko Furuta's family, they wouldn't accept any apologies or compensation. The pain was just too much. Hiroshi Miyano's mother had to sell her home to pay 50 million yen. After the Junko Furuta case, Japanese authorities, they'd been constantly debating whether to lower the age of criminal responsibility. A lot of folks think, if there hadn't been that legal loophole, these underage criminals would have paid the price, and the victim might have been protected in time. Also, parents turning a blind eye to their kids' weird behavior, or not stepping in when they see signs of violence, that just makes things worse. Even though it's been years, the Junko Furuta case, it's still a raw wound in Japan's criminal history. That 17-year-old girl, she went out in absolute terror, leaving behind a heavy lesson about family responsibility, educating young people, and legal loopholes. If there's one thing we can learn from this, it's that just a moment of carelessness from those around us, and some heartless crime can take root and snatch away an innocent life. So, that's the whole story. From when Junko Furuta had that unfortunate run-in with those lowlifes, to the months of captivity, and then that heartbreaking moment when she didn't make it. The case wraps up with the perps getting their sentences, but the aftershocks, they're still going strong. It's like a wake-up call about morality, responsibility, and how messed up it is to be indifferent to other people's pain. With that, our story comes to a close. Thank you for reading, and let us reflect together on what must be done so that such tragedies may never happen again.